Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I'm your host for I Am Smart, the quiz show where people compete to improve their art, improve their lives, and improve their selves through learning. They earn the right to say, I am smart. The format of this quiz, very simple, very straightforward. 3 rounds of questions, 3 musings for your imaginosphere, and a 2-point bonus round at the end for a maximum total of 20 points overall. All you're going to need for this quiz, something to write with, something to write on. Could be a pen and paper, could be a thumb and a phone, could be fingers and a laptop open to, notes, or, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You also need a brain for thinking and an imaginosphere for imagining. Optional, but encouraged, is a beverage. I've got my beverage here. Because whilst it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast, just to bring us all together as one. So here we are. To whomever invented Pyrex. For those of you who don't know, Pyrex is just like glass, except better in almost every conceivable way. You can heat it up way more, it's way stronger, and it cools down to the touch quicker as well. It's great for cooking chips on. Potato chips, in America, but it's also, great for storing things. It's what glass wishes it could be. And what kind of crazy person looks at glass and thinks, yeah, guys, I think we can do this better? A creative genius, that's who. So to whomever invented Pyrex. Gotta have a second one. Gotta have a second one for that first. Hello, Smarties. Apologies for the late start. Pop myself down a little bit there. Apologies for the late start. The internet was not playing ball as it is wont to do. It has been better in New Jersey, but sometimes, you can't rely on it. You cannot rely on it. But I'm pleased to see you all here. SJ Beck72, hello to you. Gamer Hole, hello to you. TB Douglas, sorry I missed last week. Absolutely fine, TB, absolutely fine. Everybody is allotted 1 week, and then you must be back. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and for coming to quiz with me. The high point scorer last week, you won't know this, TB, because you weren't watching, but the high point scorer last week was M. Acton. Maybe controversially, because she paid for a bespoke round on the Disney classic Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and so she did kind of buy her way into a victory, but that's the way the world works, guys. That's absolutely the way the world works. But the way the world also works is you need to show up to get your fun stuff. And M. Acton, it seems at least, is not in the tube of Smarties, which means M. Acton does not get choice of rounds. And so in the interest of just moving things along, because it's already 18 minutes past 4 and we haven't done a golden thing, let's choose some rounds. Can we choose some rounds, maybe? I think we should choose some rounds. Ooh, there's that music. My goodness. What an eventful choice of rounds there. What an eventful choice of rounds. First off, and not to diminish it at all. Where did it go? I just dropped it. Not to diminish it at all. Give me 5. That's a solid round. That's a really, really solid round. Yeah? Everybody loves a solid round. What else did we get, though? Haikus Day. I just mentioned last week that we haven't had a Haikus Day round since like April of last year. So I'm absolutely overjoyed. Overjoyed for the haikus. Overjoyed for the haikus that this is really going to mean a lot to them. But you would have noticed as well. What? Musicolage? What the heck is that? That's a brand new round, guys. That's right. That's a brand new round. So let's just have a look at our musings. Let's just see if we can plan our way around things. So what do we do? Give me 5. Yeah, okay, so maybe we'll start with that. Haikus Day. That's nice. The musicolage. Yeah, maybe we'll finish with Haikus Day. We'll We'll start with Give Me 5. And then we'll move on to musicolage. Captain Sheep 222. Hello to you. Lovely to see you. Killer Kilch, long time no see. Very excited to see you again. You'll notice that it is warm. It is still warm in the United States of New Jersey. So I have omitted the jaquet. And I'm just because it was only going to be a matter of time. And you still get the sparkle. It still sparkles. It still dazzles. It still excites. Who wants some quizzing? Should we get some quizzing? Let's just do some quizzing. Give me 5. Look at that. Killer making use of all the Notme emotes. So you don't have all the Notme emotes, Killer, I will say. Not to rain on your parade there. You have all of the free Notme emotes. But there are... What don't you have? You don't have... Jesus. And then for the tier 3, I believe, for the real high class stuff, you don't have Jesus wearing sunglasses and a top hat. That's really the premier emote as it stands. So yeah, that's only for the people paying the big bucks, the real big bucks. So you know how to get them if you want them. Give me 5, guys. Gimme 5. Sometimes art is lazy, and that's absolutely fine, guys. Is an old white male stand-up comedian bad for doing lazy material, attacking wokeism? No, because he's still getting the laughs and some very enthusiastic applause from some people. So I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to expect 5 answers. It's very, very simple. Killer Kilch, no cameraman George emote. Unfortunately not. George's appearance is unknowable due to his status within the country of the United States of New Jersey. I suppose we could do an illustrative one, a commemorative, a kind of representative one. Maybe we'll have a little poll as what that could be. Maybe I'll ask George. Maybe it's, in these situations, it's sometimes good to actually just go to the source and not presuppose what somebody would want. So this round, guys, is just one question. It's just one question, which makes it nice and simple for me, which allows me to just calm down after the internet strife at the beginning. Very simply, I need you to give me 5 operas. That's it. That's as easy as it is. These things can just be super duper simple and straightforward. Gimme 5 operas. And obviously I'm not going to have an exhaustive list of all of the operas that have ever existed. That can't happen. It simply can't happen. But I've got a decent chunky list. Oh, hello, George. Flattered at the idea. Thank you for remembering me, Killer Kilch. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Although I will say, Killer, you're taking a lot of credit for remembering George. You are putting a G into his name. And then it's very clearly stated Jorge. Should it be George, as is the anglicized version? That's a conversation George and I have had many times. But as it stands, he is staying firm on Jorge. One of the things that makes him unique, or at least more unique, if I can misuse language in that way. Oh gosh, how are we doing? How are we doing? Feeling warm. I mean, the big lights don't help, I will say. The big lights don't help, but I am feeling warm. You need a couple more minutes, or are we all pretty much we happy with the operas that we've done? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? How are we finding it? It's a good one to start with because it does mean that we can just move on quite quickly to make up for some of the time that we've lost. So there we go. That's the only question there is. I want 5 answers. If you can give me 4 answers, you get 4 points. 3 answers, 3 points. 2 answers, 2 points. 1 answer, 1 point. 0 answers, 0 points. 6 answers, 5 points. That's your maximum. 5 points is your maximum. But how are you going to get that 6 point? We're looking for 6 points every single round. Very simple, it's amusing. Very simply, it's amusing. And again, it's quite simple. Pitch an opera about something that has never been the focus of an opera and give it a name. That's all I need from you. Give me that and I'll give you that extra point. TB, not my best category. Yeah, it's it's one of the challenges of being a top flight quizmaster. That I am constantly looking to push you guys. You'll know that I'm personally of the belief that all art is equally valuable. A poem is just as valuable, whether it is, written in quill on some beautiful parchment, rolled up, sealed with a wax thing and a ribbon, and carried off by carrier hawk to a beautiful woman wearing a cinched-in dress, or scrawled on a toilet wall in a Sharpie, or carved into a tree by a lovelorn farmhand, or written in a birthday card. It's all equal. It's all even. It's all beautiful. However, sometimes you need to go for so-called high art as well, and that's just opera. That is opera. So pitch me an opera about something that has never been the focus of an opera and give it a name. Simple. And there's the first round done, guys. Oh, of course. It's every single time I forget to turn the picking the rounds music off. Guys, I've got a question to ask you. And I think I know your answer, but sometimes I just need to see it and I just need to read it, yeah? Are you ready for a brand new round? Are you ready for a brand new round? I'm going to need at least one person to put it in the chat that they are ready for a brand new round. That's all I want. Let's go, says Killer Kilch. And go we oh, lovely emote work as well, Kilch. Beautiful stuff, Killer. Thank you. And TB. Ready? Let's do this. Musicollage is so new. Thank you, SJBX72. Musicollage is so brand new. I don't have a thing for the chat, and I don't have a script. Okay? But this is based around, it's in some ways ironic that we're doing it this week, because this is based around the idea that this is an idea that I had some time ago when I was still in New York over the river, but I couldn't possibly do it because the internet was too bad and I couldn't rely on it reliably. Now, outside of this morning, I have been able to rely on the internet, and so I feel like I'm able to do this. Okay, so I can rely on the internet. That's one. part 2 of this is I think I know that in order to get around the music copyright people, I can do it if I only play a tiny snippet of a song. If I play less than 6 seconds of a song, I believe that the music copyright people won't pick it up, which allows me a certain amount of wiggle room, to create something fantastic with no more than 5 seconds of a hit or popular song. So that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to give you a music collage, a collage made up of 5 different snippets from 5 different songs. There will only be 3 seconds each, I think. You get 3 seconds of each song, and they are one after the other. Bosh, 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 bosh. You need to remember them, and you need to write them down. Okay? But here's the thing about the internet. I will only be playing this once. Okay? So if you miss it, that's it. Okay? So it's only once you're going to hear this collage. Well, you're going to hear it twice because you'll hear it before you get the answers, but still. So are we ready to try out something that will hopefully work? Let's have a look at our little internet connection. That's looking pretty solid. Which is good. This is brilliant, says Killer. That's not why I do it, but thank you. And I have to say, for what it's worth, I do agree. So I need, what do I need? Do I need title and artist? Let's say title. Let's say title. I think we'll say title to get the point. But you need to write it down. Because if you just keep it in your head, then it's, Let's just do it. I hope your internet connections are going well. We're not playing any kind of ad at the moment, no. Did we have a musing for the first round? We did, TB. It was pitch an opera about something that has never been the subject of an opera before and give it a name. That was the musing for the first round. There will be musing after this, but let's get through the collage first. And let's pray on healthy internet connections. Let's hope the gods are with us as we play music collage.
I threw a wish in the well, don't ask me. Gold teeth, gray goose, dripping in the bathroom, blood. Maybe I'm out of my mind. They tell me I'm too young to understand.
Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match.
That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you're getting, guys. And I will say that what links all of those is that they are some of the best-selling songs of the 2010s, okay? Of the 2010s. So that's the unifying theme. And I assume we'll just go backwards. And it'll be very, very exciting as we go through the wonderful journey of music collage. So that's it. That's the whole round, guys. And if you didn't get it, you're never going to get it. And that's kind of sad. But we need a musing as well. So let's go for a musing. Here is the musing. What's your favorite song by Blizzard, a hip-hop artiste from the 2010s that I just made up? Killer Kilch feeling confident with 1 to 4. Well, that's good. That's good. If you get 4 out of 5 on those, I think that's a result. I think that's a unqualified success. But yeah, here's the music. What's your favorite song by Blizzard, a hip-hop artiste from the 2010s that I just made up? And you might say that Blizzard's a silly name. I don't think it's... Is it more silly than a lot of musical artists' names? Does it sound any less like a pirate than some of them do? Okay, you know what? You want to make it more authentic? There we go. Lil Blizzard. He was weighing up whether to call himself Lil Blizzard or simply Flurry. Went with Lil Blizz. That's fine. Killer Kilch redeemed a Finding Jesus. Okay. Well, that's the end of that round, guys. That's the end of that round. So let's go back to main. And then shall we try and find Jesus? Let's try and find Jesus in a 3, 2, 1. The timing does seem to work out pretty well on that, doesn't it? Woo, the timing does seem to work out pretty well. Last week, absolutely nailed it. That week, this week, I think kind of pretty much nailed it as well. Wow. Woo. Does get the old heart going. Maple Panda, lovely to see you. Nothing brings people out of the woodwork quicker than a little appearance from the man of the hour, the man who he who must be obeyed. Final round, guys. Final round, and it's an old classic. Where is it? I can't even see it on the list anymore. I can't even see it on the... Oh, there it is. Let's do it, baby. Yeah, Jesus. Notme's pretty excited seeing it there. I'm excited seeing it as well. I'm excited seeing it as well, guys, because poems, let me tell you about poems. Poems are great because they don't say exactly what they mean. Poem may be talking about a cup of tea, but it's actually about putting down a horse. Sad. As an artiste, you need to be able to interpret them properly. So I have written you 5 poems here, and you need to tell me what they are about. Okay? Very, very simple. Gosh, it feels good to have Haikus Day back, doesn't it? Let's get some instructions in the chat. I'm sure you've all forgotten how to play because it's been so long. Your abode must be massive if you're out of breath walking across it to Jesus. I mean, I wouldn't say massive. I'd say I'm certainly kind of upper lower middle class, you know. But it is sizable, and he is clocking in around 13, 14 pounds at the moment. So he's a healthy weight, so I'm carrying him back and forth. And it is hot, and I had quite a filling breakfast this morning. 3 eggs. So all of those combining to pop me a little bit out of breath, but not unnecessarily so, and not distractingly so. Appreciate your efforts, not me. Absolutely fine, Maple Panda. So we've got a topic here. We've got a topic for these haikus, and it's very simply cowboy movies. Cowboy movies. So each of these 5 haikus will be describing a cowboy movie. You just have to let me know which movie they are. Very simple, very straightforward, and just a lovely treat to have Haikus Day back. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it just feel good in your bones, and your blood, and your vigors? Haiku number 1. These best buds won't fall, even facing freeze-frame death, unlike these raindrops. I'll say that one again. These best buds won't fall, even facing freeze-frame death, unlike these raindrops. Ooh. And again, you know that I'm a humble guy, probably the most humble guy you know, but I do like to sing my praises occasionally when a haiku is absolutely what the kids would describe as choice. And this is a choice. Thank you, Killer. I agree. I absolutely agree. Let's go for haiku number 2. Ragtag protectors. The Japanese did it first with 6 swords +1. Interesting. Interesting. What cowboy movie might that be referring to? Ragtag Protectors. The Japanese did it first with 6 swords +1. Isn't it crazy to think that I wrote these poems well over a year ago? Isn't that crazy? It's kind of like looking through time in a way. Let's go to haiku number 3. What? A black sheriff? They trying to be funny? Yes, and succeeding. There it is. I'll do that one again. That doesn't seem right. Is that how sheriff is spelt? That doesn't seem quite right, does it? What? A black sheriff? They trying to be funny? Yes, and succeeding. 1R. It's 1R. Let's update, guys. I don't want you to have to look at a spelling error. There we go. Love your mind, says Killer Kilch. Thank you, Killer. I appreciate that. Those kinds of free-flowing compliments, absolutely to your credit, and show what a joy it is to have you watching the show again. Your absence was missed. Number 4. James Bond, Han Solo, the bad guys don't stand a chance, though they're not quite guys. Right? I'll say that one again. James Bond, Han Solo, the bad guys don't stand a chance, though they're not quite guys. Again, that's a great haiku. This one could be quite tricky. But I believe in you guys. I want you to know that. Number 5, the final one. Even with hot wives, the heart just wants what it wants. Cowboys love cowboys. There it is. Even with hot wives, the heart just wants what it wants. Cowboys love cowboys. Wants, I suppose, is one of those ones. It's probably on the longer end of a syllable. How many syllables is wants? 1 syllable. 1 syllable. It's just one of the longer ones. Look at this. Look at this handsome guy. Handsome guy with his handsome glasses. Thank you, Counting Sheep. Appreciate that. Appreciate that all to heck. And there we go. If you need to see any of those again, please do let me know. But whilst you are typing that into the chat and hitting enter, let's go for our musing. And this is another... I'm getting you to pitch all day long here. All day long. You're pitching a cowboy movie with a twist. But what's the twist? And you know what? Let's give that a name as well. Let's give that a name as well. Let's ask a little bit more of you. You're pitching a cowboy movie with a twist, but what's the twist? Also give it a name. Girl Sarah Kilch, hello to you. Lovely to hear from you. Lovely to see you in that chat where you belong. I'll say it. Number 4 is stinkier than a cow patty. Lovely simile there. Lovely simile. Can't quite get that one. It's tricky. It's tricky. They're not all going to be easy. If they're all easy, then this would just be a waste of our time. This would be a vanity project. This would be a vanity project. I just want to show up and do this quiz. It's really easy. Not happening. Not happening. Need that challenge. Need that challenge. Need that challenge to keep it fresh and funky and spicy. Yeah? Spicing it up. Like just a little pinch of cayenne. That's what that number 4 is. And there we go. That's the end of the rounds. That's the end of the rounds. That's done. That's done. Round of applause. Round of applause to everybody. Because of all the issues... and tissues before the... before the show. I'm not sure I have it. Did I make any of these? No, I didn't. Oh, that's a real shame. I don't have anything unless I just put in a let's put that in. Let's put that in. So I'm gonna give you a bit of art. I like to give you a bit of art, guys, just to reward you, just to say, hey, well done, guys, for completing it up till this point. If you are a follower of mine on the socials, then you will have seen this already. But there are those of you who are, for whatever reason, not following me. So I think that's well worth your time. It's less than a minute. Let's just all enjoy it together. This is a little short documentary, I suppose, about this Empire State Building. Enjoy.
I can see the Empire State Building through my window, and I like it. Much like in Seattle when I live next to the Space Needle, I feel empowered by being able to make eye contact with such a powerful symbol, and I'm sure the feeling is reciprocated. We energize each other, icon to icon. Indeed, because I'm yet to install curtains in my home, the Empire State Building is often the first thing I see each day. And the vow I've made is that if the ESB is there, inspiring people, then I have to spend that day inspiring people. No excuses. The flip side of that is that if I wake up one morning and it isn't there because it's been terrorized or natural disaster-rated, as sad as I would be, it'll also be nice knowing I can take a day off.
I think a lot of my art, I'll pop back to main. I think a lot of my art, one of the best things that my creativity allows is to find positives in the most negative of situations. And for me there, to be able to think, well, gosh, if the Empire State Building got blown up, thank you, TB, got blown up or pushed over or whatever it might be, for me to be able to find a positive in that, I think that's really to my credit. So, very impressive. That shot through the window with the incredible backdrop of the kind of beautiful clouds and I filmed that. This is how much I love my art, guys. I filmed that just before 6 o'clock in the morning one morning. Rolled out of bed to film that. Only just out of bed, and then I went back to bed. But still, very impressive commitment to my art, I think. Killer Kilch touching. Thank you. I just put this art out there, and I don't even know what reaction people are going to have. I know it's going to be positive. I know it's going to enhance people's lives. Will it be touching? Will it be? A lot of people, when I put out something that I think is very heartwarming or maybe touching, that's something that I'm thinking, I think this could be quite touching. A lot of people find it funny. That is a reaction that I get quite often, that people will look at some of my work and they will just start to laugh. I don't know whether that's a defense mechanism because their heart is feeling so much, whatever it might be. But if you think it's touching, then that's great. Maple Panda, you are fortunate to have such iconic symbols to be inspired by. I think you guys are fortunate to have such iconic symbols to be inspired by, right? I mean, we can see that on our emotes. I mean, is that iconic? It's pretty iconic, I think. Thought-provoking, says SJBX72. Killer Culture, devotion to art. Yeah, all of these compliments very justified and very gratefully received. Yeah, a really inspirational piece of art. Gamer, gosh, thank you. And again, I agree. Should we have some answers, guys? Let's have some answers. What was the first round we did? It was, of course, it's Gimme 5. Of course it was. So the musing was, pitch an opera about something that has never been the focus of an opera. And give it a name. Give it a name, guys. That's what we want. I want a name. I want a brief description. A pitch. An elevator pitch. You've got maybe the head of, the most successful opera producer in the world, whoever that might be. You've got them in an elevator. You've got 2.5 minutes to pitch them something. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Really rock their world. The question was, very simply, give me 5 operas. Trickier than it seems. Trickier than it seems, I believe. Now, what I've got is a list of, I believe, from the top 50 operas ever, perhaps, something like that. But if there is an opera that is not on this list that you have written down that you would like to verify whether it is an opera, please put it in the chat and we'll investigate that further. But here's some of your big uns: Madame Butterfly, Carmen, Magic Flute, Tosca, Barbara of Seville, all the big uns. Don Giovanni, yeah, Macbeth. Why did I put that in there? I feel like that must have been something that I looked into. Is Macbeth an opera? It's an opera in 4 acts by Giuseppe Verdi. Wow. The Merry Widow, Cavalleria Riascicana, which I think you can get at Zizi's as well. Very tasty in Zizi's. But yeah, if there are ones that you think should be on here, but that aren't on here, then please do let me know, and we'll investigate them together. Faust, of course. Sweeney Todd, that's an opera. What is interesting to find, though, is that Phantom of the Opera, not an opera, technically not an opera. Captain Sheep, Falstaff. Should we go? Let's try and do this live. Is that going to work? That's probably not going to work. No. We can get it in. We can sort it out. We can make it happen. It's fine. We are looking at... There we go. And there we go. Okay, so Macbeth is an opera. Absolutely. What else have we got? Falstaff. Opera. It is a comic opera in 3 acts by Giuseppe Verdi. Verdi loves bashing them out, doesn't he? Loves bashing out those operas. Absolutely accept that. Queen of Spades. Like this a lot. It's just a playing card. No, it's not. Let's have a look. Opera. If this is Verdi again, I'm absolutely going to split a log. The Queen of Spades or Peak Down. Opera in 3 acts by Tchaikovsky to a Russian libretto by the composer's brother Tchaikovsky. Lovely stuff. Absolutely we're doing that. Absolutely. And Don Quixote. I will say that it's by Chienzi, Wilhelm Chienzi. Yep. Agreed. Done. Happy. Wonderful. Let's go back to this. We've got these examples. We'll get rid of them. Musing. Here we go. What have we got? It's Maple Panda Opera Pitch. The saga of Harry Kane's transfer to Bayern Munich. Interesting. So you've got songs about him wanting trophy, him wanting silverware. Yeah. Maybe we turn a trophy. Wonderful stuff. Gifted 1 tier 1 subscription. Thank you so much, Maple Panda. That's wonderful. To Andy Sayer 1977. Is Andy Sayer 1977 watching? Gosh, I mean, a lot going on there, but very exciting. Thank you so much, Maple Panda. Very, very generous and a wonderful pat on the back, perhaps? I don't know. I meant to give it to Gamer Hall. Well, that's a shame. I'm not sure whether is it possible to just do it. I'm technically hampered. That's fine. Technically hampered, not as fun as being, physically hampered, because they often have lovely cheeses and a lovely range of chutneys in a good hamper. So maybe we're turning the trophy itself into a character that Kane is lusting after, the concept of victory. that he was never able to achieve at, I believe it was the Tottenham Hotspur. So, I mean, there's a lot of drama in there. There's a lot of longing, which I feel like typifies a lot of operas. High drama, high emotion, lots of longing, fantastic costumes. And his wonderful, a lot of times I believe in operas, if you're wearing a mask or something to accentuate your features, sometimes happens but he's got such a strong, powerful jawline, almost a magical jawline, that he wouldn't need that at all, or would benefit wonderfully from becoming a papier-mâché mask. You just look at it and you say, oh, is that Harry Kane? Yeah, it's Harry Kane. Lovely stuff. Killer Kilch. Penguina. When a freak storm unlocks the penguin cages at the zoo, they all waddle over to their local opera house to star in their own opera. So this is like, it's the Muppets, but with penguins and operatic lyrics. So this is kind of meta. So this is about penguins putting on an opera, but it is an opera. An opera about an opera, in the same way as Phantom of the Opera, but you are actually making it an opera, instead of Andrew Lloyd Webber, who just kind of thought, well, not as many people are going to watch an opera, I'm going to make it a bit more populist. Fantastic. Penguina, I enjoyed the... There we go. Thank you so much, Maple Pat. I mean, I was kind of hoping that you would just continue to make errors, in which case I would just continue to receive more and more subscriptions. But that is lovely, lovely stuff, and I'm glad that justice has been done. But well done, Andy. Well done, Andy Sayer, 1977, for getting a subscription as well. The Penguins works very well. I can see, you could get a chorus of them. They'd all look fairly similar. I hate to be racist in that way, but they all look alike. I can see that being a really interesting visual. There's a lot of power. There's some kind of freak storms, a lot of lighting situations. That's good. That's really nice. SJ Beck 72, MAGA, a corrupt businessman becomes president of a major country, gets found out and gets sent down. Eternal damnation follows. Are you getting political, SJ Beck 72? Are you getting political? I certainly think there's a lot of people that would watch that. And I mean, all great operas, I think, end up in hell, right? All great operas end up in hell. So that's really, guys. It would be, I would say, if you're making a dramatization of a certain somebody, if you are making an opera entitled MAGA, about a corrupt businessman becoming president of a major country, getting found out and getting sent down to eternal damnation. What might be tricky is finding a great opera singer that is 6'3" and 215 pounds. That could be hampering for you. That could be tricky. But I wish you luck. Game of Hold My Opera would be about Paddington Bear. Lovely, lovely. Again, it's more of a smaller drama. He's kind of knocked over a flower or something, but what a lot of great narratives show us is that even though to other people it can be small scale, if it's high stakes for the people inside it, if it's high stakes for Paddington, then that translates. Silvio, a sports film about a boxer from the wrong side of the tracks. It's very violent and uses lots of foul language. The end scene is a full-length fight without a defined ending. It's based on who actually wins the fight on the night. Interesting TV. Silvio, a sports film. I mean, a defined ending based on who actually wins the fight on the night. I'm not sure if this is a reference to something that I'm not quite picking up on, but I mean, very violent, lots of foul language. I mean, that's absolutely, that's a lot of ticking a lot of operatic boxes. Wonderful. Game of Hole, loving these emotes, not me. Absolutely. Use them as thou wilt. Intimate move. Hi, I wanted to offer promotion of your channel. Bots, how do we get rid of this? I never know how to get rid of them. Pin this message, no. How do we get rid of them? How do we delete this? How do we delete this? I don't know. Get out of here, bots. Yeah, get out of here, bots. Gosh, I never know. I've blocked them. Thank you, Maple Panda. Maybe just block them. Yeah. Okay. Ban them. Yeah, let's ban them. You are banned, Intimate Move. Be gone. Huzzah! Success. Lovely. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Get out of here, bots. Yeah, Lucy, save us. Lucy has no time for bots either. She tends to do more grounded roles. Points all round, guys. Wonderful, wonderful operatic suggestions. Wonderful stuff. Let's move on to the next round. Musicolage. Très bien. Musicolage. The musing was, what's your favourite song by Lil Blizzard, a hip-hop artiste from the 2010s that I just made up? Don't say it out loud, guys, because I can't hear it. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. As we go for the answers, and this is going to be very simple, very quick, very straightforward. The answers for this are as follows, and you'll get the initial thing, and then you'll get the answers.
I threw a wish in the well, don't ask me. Gold teeth, gray goose, dripping in the bathroom, blood.
Maybe I'm out of my mind. They tell me I'm too young to understand.
Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but and we'll never be royal. It's a running out.
Blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you. So wake me up when it's all over. When I'm walking. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride.
Pretty easy for the first one, I think. Pretty easy for the first one. But still lots of fun. Oh, there was an ad break going on? Oh, gosh. I couldn't have done that at a worse time. Hello, guys. Is there anybody who's watching Is there anybody who was watching an advert whilst I went through the answers there? Anybody at all? If you need the answers, please do let me know. Those of you who were watching, I'm glad you were, and I hope you did really well. No advert for me. No ads here. Lovely. Loved this round. Thank you, Killer. Nope. Okay, good. So what's your favourite song by Lil Blizzard? Hip-hop artiste from the 2010s that I just made up. What have we got? Who have we got? Killer Kilch, Stuck in the Cup. Stuck in the Cup. Maybe some kind of hip-hop song about engaging in sports. A chap engaging in sports in such a frenetic and powerful way that come the end of the match, when he's disrobing back in the locker room, he finds himself stuck in the cup and needs to get assistance from some of his teammates. And in doing so, because that's quite an intimate act, to kind of grasp onto a cup and, like a tug of war situation. Sometimes it takes something like that to really cross a boundary, to really solidify a friendship, So maybe his teammates and he are even closer at the end of that game, in better teammates moving forward, just because they had that one triumphant, kind of beautiful, but certainly bizarre experience when Lil Blizzard was stuck in the cup. Lovely stuff. Gamer Hole, Snow Gear. It lasts 26 minutes, so kind of like a little prog rocky hip hop type situation going on there. Snow Gear, I guess, working with the name Lil Blizzard. Absolutely, he loves the big fuzzy boots, and he loves He loves faux Viking helmets with kind of the horns on the top. That's what he loves. That's what he loves. And he's going to tell you about that for 26 minutes. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Counting sheep. Frosty Oreo swirl kid size. Oh, okay. So this is like so Blizzard like Wendy's? Or is that... or is it Dairy Queen? Dairy Queen does the Blizzards. But okay, so going with the name. Blizzard and an Frosty Oreo swirl kid size. Sometimes that's all you need, because otherwise it can just be a little much, a little sweet, a little too... It was good, but it was maybe a little too much. I like that. TB Douglas, Thirsty Girls, a diss track about the Kardashians. Lil Blizz, starting some drama with the Kardashians, with the K clan. Yeah. I don't think they'd call themselves that. There's too many connotations, but yeah, nice stuff. Nice stuff. And are they thirsty? Maybe they've been after Lil Blizzard. And he says, do you know what, girls? Thank you very much for your interest, but you're just not my type. You're too thirsty. I prefer the chase. Yeah, a lot of guys do. They don't want to chase somebody who's just throwing themselves. No, they want a little bit of pursuit. Yeah, they want to work for the meal. Lovely stuff. Yell Sarah Kilts. The song is called Nah, based on the first hot day of summer. That's good. Let's see if we can. I like that. Let's see if we can work out a way of doing this. Those of you who were watching last week will be well aware of my new favorite toy, my new app, GroovePad. I assume available for download on Android or iOS. Modern hip hop. Yeah, let's go modern hip hop. Let's see if. Let's mix it up. There we go. Give me a pad. Yeah. Strings? They want to get me doing things. Too hot. Nah. I'm supposed to take my thing back to the post office. Nah. Was gonna clean my car. Get the rims real shiny. Nah. Maybe I'll go and take my dog for a walk. Nah. Let's Vox. Right? I mean, that works. Anything over 85 degrees, I'm just like, nah. Choir? Let's change that beat. Keys. Let's keep it frosty. Yeah, let's keep it frosty. Yeah, too sweaty to do things. No, so let's keep it frosty. Yeah, about those thirsty girls. Works. It works. It just works, guys. Thank you, Sarah Kilch. That's really good. Really good. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that was fun. Points all round. And let's go on with our final round here. Final round was your friend and mine. It was Haikyu's Day. And the musing here, you're pitching a cowboy movie with a twist. What is the twist? Get in the chat, please. Get it in the chat. Also, you've got to give it a name. Give it a name and get that name and the twist in the chat. As we go through these answers, again, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's what we're all thinking. These outstanding haikus. These best buds won't fall, even facing freeze-frame death, unlike these raindrops. That is, of course, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, a reference to the very famous song "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head," which was used in the song. It was written for the film, I believe. And at the end, it's a freeze frame, but they probably die. Spoiler alert! But those came out like at least 6 or 7 years ago. So well done if you got that one right. Number 2, Ragtag Protectors. The Japanese did it first with 6 swords plus 1. That is, of course, the Magnificent 7. The Japanese did it first. It was a remake. The initial Magnificent 7 was a remake of... what was it? Seven Samurai. So the Japanese did it first with 6 swords plus 1. Ragtag Protectors. I think that was pretty easy. Cowboys, any reference to the number 7, I think you would have got that one. Number 3, what? A black sheriff? They trying to be funny? Yes, and succeeding. A comedy western must be Blazing Saddles. Well done if you got that one right. Number 4, this is tripping some people up. James Bond. Han Solo. The bad guys don't stand a chance, though they're not quite guys. James Bond. Mr. Daniel Craig. He was still James Bond when I wrote this. Han Solo. Of course, Mr. Harrison Ford. The bad guys don't stand a chance, though they're not quite guys. They weren't quite guys. They were, in fact, aliens. It was Cowboys versus Aliens. I believe it was directed by Jon Favreau and had Olivia Wilde playing somebody in that who is maybe revealed to be an alien or in cahoots with the aliens. And you kind of think, she's a very beautiful woman, very beautiful, very fair Olivia Wilde. But if you said to me she's actually an alien, I'd think, yeah, I can see it, sure. Number 5, even with hot wives, the heart just wants what it wants. Cowboys love cowboys. They do, don't they? And especially a little place I like to call Brokeback Mountain. It's a more modern cowboy film. Who are the wives? Michelle Williams is one of the wives. Michelle Williams, and who's the other one? So see Gyllenhaal and Ledger. Hathaway and Williams. Yeah, lovely looking women. And so if they can't, if they've not got a chance, then I think, the mountain, it's all about the mountain. Well done if you got any of those ones right, guys. Some of them could have been quite tricky, even though they were outstanding. Haikus, worthy of any collection of haikus in the world. IMHO. Musing, you're pitching a cowboy movie with a twist. What's the twist? Also, just give it a name. Counting Sheep 222, Boy Cows. You've swipped it. You flipped it, you flip-reversed it, and I'm on board with it. A group of cowboys are cursed by the Witch of the Plains. Ouch. I love it already. Turning them into half men, half cow beasts. They must band together to survive by opening a new ranch, which they are both the ranchers and the heifers. The guns are all water pistols. The name is the Wild Wet... Oh, no, that's a separate one. Sorry, your two names are... Twitch has said that they're the same colour. Boy cows. So is this a kind of centaur type situation? Are they like cow centaurs? Because I've never seen that. I don't think anybody's ever come up with that. Has anybody come up with centaurs of any other animals other than horses? Like centaur camels? Camels would be good because then they'd be able to relax and lean back a little bit. That'd be nice. Cow centaurs. Boy cows. I mean, it's a lovely name. It's a really, really nice name. And the Witch of the Plains is nice. I like the idea that they must band together to survive. They're looking to survive and they're looking to thrive in a commercial market. There's no conversation about getting revenge on the Witch of the Plains or trying to reverse this. They're just getting over it. They're just kind of accepting their lot in life. Because they've got 4 stomachs now, which means they can really pig out. Lovely stuff, Canton Sheep 222. That's great. Gamer, the guns are all water pistols. The name is the Wild West. I think that, I like that a lot. The Wild West. If there was if we bring in some jeopardy, maybe the water is corrosive in some way. People don't like getting it on there. Maybe they're just very proud cowboys, and a lot of them will go around with, fair, light-coloured gear, lovely shirts and waistcoats, what the Americans refer to as vests, and the water's all dirty. And you're staining my stuff. So there's a little bit of jeopardy there. My worry is that by getting rid of the bullets, replacing them with water, it's just going to be too mellow. But if we raise the stakes just a little bit with some dirty water, maybe all of the water is water that they collect out of the radiators, perhaps. So it's kind of stinky, and it gets on their lovely white or maybe pastel blue shirts. That's nice. Girl Sarah Kilch, it all happens in the dark, so you can only hear things. When the sun finally rises, we find the cowboys are actually cows wrangling men. It's called Spotted. You have thrown a lot at me there, Sarah Kilch. So it happens in the dark, so it's an entirely dark situation, so you can only hear things. When the sun finally rises, so the sun does rise occasionally, so maybe this is in a kind of 30 Days of Night Alaska type situation, or northern Norway, where the sun just doesn't rise for many months of the year. And the sun finally does rise, and we find the cowboys are actually cows wrangling men. So again, we're kind of interested in moving around with the roles. We're attacking the status quo, really. That one's going to stay with me, Sarah Kilch. Thank you. Killer Kilch, they ride cows, don't they? Nice. Lovely, evocative title. Early Days of Cowboys, epic about how men realised horses were faster and sexier than cows, and how horse boys just didn't sound great. Okay. So we're saying that in early days, men just rode cows, and then a horse. It's very much like in the film Babylon. Yeah, last year's film Babylon, the one that lost $100 million. Rather than it's the transition between silent movies and the talkies and how people navigate that, it's the transition between when everybody used to ride cows all the time, and then a horse comes along with its flowing mane and really muscular shoulders, and everyone just goes gaga for them. And so maybe we're focused on one of the cows who's being replaced, and then humans say, no actually Mr. Cow, yes, we're not riding you anymore, yes, we're riding horses now, but you can still be useful, we still need you around. Let me tell you about a thing called a burger. Blah, blah, blah. Excellent stuff. Your girl Sarah Kilch got number 4. Fantastic. Well done, you. TB Douglas, Feel the Heat, a play on Feel the Beat. Lovely stuff. That's really good. Feel the beat. That's that phrase. A newcomer to the local saloon is a musical star who teaches the town to dance. The mayor tries to stop them, and the final showdown is a dance-off. That's great. So it's less, we're less firing bullets, and we're more firing moves. We're firing notes. Teaches the town to dance. That's great. Feel the heat, feel the beat. Yeah, that's good. I like that a lot. SJ Beck 72, Billy the Kid. Cast is 4 to 10 year olds, led by babyface Billy. So kind of a Bugsy Malone type situation. Absolutely on board with that. I don't understand why, after the fantastic Alan Pakula's fantastic Bugsy Malone, why that wasn't done with all genres. And Western films absolutely are ripe for that kind of treatment. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay, so let's have a look. They don't like getting their hair wet as it destroys the immaculate styling. Okay, so again, we're bringing in the peril. I like that, Gamer. Jordan Peele, directed by Tarantino. This is the Cows in the Dark. This is Spotted. TB, feel the heat, feel the beat. Points all round, guys. That was a lovely, lovely round. And I think we've really challenged Hollywood to really stop being so complacent with your cowboy movies. What are we looking at here? Oh, Brokeback Mountain, yes. Trying to find out who the wives were. Excellent stuff, guys. Do we have all the points that we're going to get? I forget. Do we have all the points that we're going to get? No way, baby. We've got the most exciting minute in quiz shows today. Let's do it. Minute to win it. There we go. We can see that's not just a black screen. That is, should I not be in front of that maybe? I don't know. HD camera's pretty far down there. Anyway, so as you can see, there's a little bit of light there coming through that window because this is a live feed. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Killer. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. 21 months of subscriptions. Thank you so much. Well played, says Maple Panda, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. So this is Minute to Win It, guys. This is Minute to Win It. It's a live feed. What is written on my light box? I'm going to give you a category. You can have as many guesses as you like, as long as they're each in their own chat window. That is loyalty. Yes, thank you, TB. That's a lovely comment. So, what's the topic for this week's Minute to Win It? Very simply and straightforwardly, it was yesterday Macaulay Culkin's birthday. If you want to feel old, he's 43 years old. It was Macaulay Culkin's birthday, and I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be great to use the Minute to Win It and to see, Macaulay Culkin films. Unfortunately, though he is very, very successful in the roles that he's done, he's very much like Daniel Day-Lewis in that he kind of keeps his roles quite minimal. Luckily, though, it was also Chris Pine's birthday. So we're looking for Chris Pine movies, guys. Get them in the chat. As many as you can. Each guess has to be in its own chat message. But let's get as many Chris Pine movies as we can. The more guesses you make, the more chance you have of succeeding. Captain America says Killer Kilch. Star Trek says Sarah Kilch. Macaulay Culkin would have been better. I mean, you can throw in a Macaulay Culkin film. You never know. Maybe I put a Macaulay Culkin film on the light box before I realised. I might not have done, but maybe I did. Wonder Woman, lovely. Dungeons and Dragons, yes. Home Alone 2, yes. Knives Out, yes. Hell or High Water, excellent work, TV Douglas. Captain Sheep just got in there just before. Gosh, that's exciting. Barbie. Don't Worry, Darling, Sarah Kilch. Great film. Get those last ones coming in. Star Trek, yes. Grease, worth a dig. Into the Woods, Saturday Night Fever. Very good shout, TB Douglas. Into the Woods. That was quite a way to go. Paddington, sure. I mean, do you know what? There's no argument against just naming random films. Absolutely no argument whatsoever that I can think of. Did anybody get it right? Let's get... It is exciting, isn't it? It's an exciting minute. It makes me happy, and I hope it makes you happy. Basil the Great Mouse Detective. Okay, I think we'll call it a day there. I think we're starting to get a little bit absurd, and that's not really the point of this. So let's get our 3, 2, 1. Your girl Sarah Kilch storming in at the end with those extra 2 points. Outstanding work. It was only last year. I had initially, as a little behind the scenes here, I initially put in Just My Luck, which was a romantic comedy that he was in 2006 opposite Lindsay Lohan. But I'm glad I didn't because, well, clearly nobody knew it. So you've got all the points that you're ever going to get in this round. Did you not have enough R's? No, I didn't have enough R's, TB. The kit only gave me 2, but luckily it gave me some blank ones. And luckily I've got a heck of a lot of ingenuity. So yeah, I was able to salvage it. And that's, I think, credit to my creativity. Thank you, SJBX72. Appreciate that. Whilst you are getting your scores into the chat, whilst you're totting them up and popping them into the chat, I want to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself. There is no point threshold to being smart. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then it was great. No two ways about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below, because I would love to hear how you did. 7 from Maple Pounder, well done to you. 11 from SJBX72, excellent work for SJBX72, really, really good stuff. 15 from Killer Kilch, 15 from Sarah Kilch. Yowza, the Kilches are on fire today. 12 from TB Douglas, well done you. Lovely emote work here, Maple Panda, really appreciate that. Which means, of course, if there, unless there are any more, and different answers in the Kilch household. Well, that's good. I mean, lucky that Sarah got that last one. Really could steal the whole thing. Could steal success from the jaws of defeat. What you need to do, though, of course, is we've got a tiebreaker. And the best tiebreaker there is this one. So obviously we've had what do we have? We've had Gimme 5. We've had Musicolage. What was the other one that we did? Haikus Day right at the top. So those 3 are already taken out of this. All the rest of those are in there. So I need you to choose one, and we'll see who gets chosen first. And that person shall be the high point scorer for the quiz. So Killer Kilch and your girl Sarah Kilch, please select any of these that aren't Haikus Day, Gimme 5, or Musicolage. And we'll see what comes out first. Movie Ladder from Killer Kilch, lovely stuff. And Order. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got a red. Is that either of them? That is Spotlight. No, we go again. Let's go for a yellow. Let's see what we've got for a yellow. It is Anagram Ding Dong. The tension, my gosh. I'm feeling it. Let's go for the other yellow. Alphabot. Oh. Let's go for a pink. Who dat artiste? My gosh. I am absolutely on the edge of my seat. It is tension killer. Light blue. What have we got? It's going to be a lot of tidying up after this. It's Movie Ladder. Well done, Killer Kilch. taking home the victory, the high point score for this round. Round of applause for Killer Kilch. Round of applause for Killer Kilch. How might we say a round of applause? Maybe a series of those. Maybe that works. Thank you, guys. Well, I will say thank you very, very much to everybody for... as a good Olympian, I give it to Sarah Kilch, who is injured. Is that what happens at the Olympics? Do Olympians give their gold medals to injured people? It's a tradition I was unaware of. Well, we'll work it out. What I will say is that obviously over the summer we have been struggling somewhat with viewing figures, because of course everybody is very much look at that. Everybody is away and visiting people and having lots of fun, and which is as it should be. So what I'm going to do is I've come to a decision that I am going on a slight summer hiatus, which will allow me to go on some trips. I'm going to allow people to build up some suspense. So there will be no livetainment next week, the week after that, or the week after that. So we'll be coming back on the just under a month, on the 24th of September. We'll come back with new energy and hopefully a few more people tuning in. So it's a summer hiatus of sorts from September. I apologize. I wish that I could provide livetainment for you every single week, guys. I really do. But sometimes, thank you, Maple Panda. Yeah, it's good to have a break. So when we come back, the high point scorer, the Kilches will, I'm sure, at some point work out who got the high points, or maybe they'll just both pick one. I don't know. I'm not here to control anybody. September 24th, yes. So September 24th, 2023, we'll be back with. I think what we'll do is we'll come back with an art right now. And we might do an art right now, and then maybe a quiz, and then maybe a quiz, and then maybe another. I think we'll come back with 4, and then we'll have another break. Okay, so we're going to come back with 4 episodes on the bounce. So it's going to be lots of fun. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for supporting and for getting involved, and for getting your messages and chat, and for getting involved with the creative spirit of the show. Very, very thankful. I love doing this, and I'm excited to come back on the 24th and do it a little bit more when things are a little bit quieter, a little bit cooler. People are staying in more on a Sunday. And we can all have some fun. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am Notme, I am Art, and I hope you'll join me next time. On the 24th, same time, same place, twitch.tv/iamnotme, I am Art. For the next slab of livetainment. I believe it will be Art right now. And then the week after that, you'll have another opportunity to prove to the world that, yes, I am smart. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed using all of your lovely emotes. And I will see you next time.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Rob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,